Imagine a creature so formidable that it makes the modern Komodo dragon look like a gecko. Enter Megalania, the colossal prehistoric lizard that once roamed the ancient landscapes of Australia. This monstrous reptile has captivated the imaginations of scientists and enthusiasts alike, not just for its sheer size, but for the terror it must have instilled in the hearts of prehistoric humans. Let's dive deep into the world of Megalania, exploring its reign of terror and its encounters with humanity. We'll also take a thrilling detour into the wild world of present Australian wildlife and ponder the burning question: did Megalania somehow survive into the modern era? First off, let's get our facts straight. Megalania, more accurately referred to by scientists as Varanus priscus, was no ordinary lizard. We're talking about a lizard that could grow up to 7 meters long and weigh over 600 kilograms. That's not just a lizard, that's a prehistoric tank on legs. A tank equipped with razor-sharp teeth and claws. Curious about what Megalania ate? Well, basically anything that wasn't fast enough. It would have fed mostly upon medium to large-sized animals, including any of the giant marsupials such as Diprotodon, along with other reptiles and small mammals, as well as birds and their eggs and chicks. But why was the Megalania so deadly? Besides his obvious giant appearance, Megalania's arsenal went beyond its intimidating size. This creature was equipped with a deadly combination of physical power, speed, and possibly even a venomous bite, much like its modern-day relative, the Komodo dragon. Its serrated teeth were perfect for slicing through the flesh of its prey, which likely included a range of now extinct giant marsupials. The thought of Megalania's hunting prowess is enough to send shivers down the spine of any sane individual. Did Megalania have a bone to pick with prehistoric humans? The timeline of Megalania's existence suggests that it did indeed share the Australian continent with the first humans to set foot there. While direct evidence of encounters between Megalania and humans is scarce, the mere possibility is tantalizing and terrifying. Imagine the stories ancient humans might have told, warning of the giant lizard monsters lurking in the bush. Megalania's presence undoubtedly left an indelible mark on the psyche and survival strategies of early human populations in Australia. You should check out the life-size version of the Megalania in the Sydney Museum. It is very mind-blowing to see it next to you in real life. Megalania existed on the Australian plains, gravitating toward areas with access to streams, rivers, the ocean, or reliable bodies of water. That said, these versatile megafauna could exist in a variety of environments. They could probably live all over Australia so long as they had an adequate food source. Its size alone made Megalania the apex predator of its time, reigning supreme in the Australian wilderness for millions of years before its mysterious disappearance. But how can such an extremely big and noteworthy animal just disappear in thin air? What happened to the Australian Megalania? Alright, detective hats on, because we're about to sift through the clues. The disappearance of the Megalania is a puzzle that has baffled scientists for decades. There are several theories, but let's focus on the main ones. Could it be climate change? The Earth was going through some serious mood swings at the time, leading to drastic changes in climate. Could the Megalania have been a victim of a prehistoric climate crisis? Could it be human intervention? Megalania is believed to have gone extinct somewhere between 40,000 and 50,000 years ago. Humans arrived on the Australian continent roughly 65,000 years ago. Coincidence? Maybe. But it's quite possible our ancestors played a role in the lizard's extinction. As it is a cold-blooded reptile, they are very vulnerable at night and early morning. Competition from other species. It's a tough world out there, especially when you're a giant lizard. The Megalania had competition from other predators, and possibly even from its own kind. Did survival of the fittest or the sneakiest lead to its downfall? One theory of how Megalania became extinct is that, after Diprotodon and Procoptodon died off, there was not enough food to sustain such a large reptile, and slowly the population died to extinction. Each theory has its merits, but the real answer, it's as elusive as the Megalania itself. Why does the disappearance of the Australian Megalania matter? Beyond the obvious cool factor of solving an ancient mystery, understanding what happened to the Megalania gives us insights into ecological and evolutionary processes. It's a reminder of how interconnected life is, and how changes in the environment, the introduction of new species, and even the actions of humans can have profound effects on the planet's inhabitants. Imagine if we could pinpoint the last known location of the Megalania. What secrets would the soil hold? What tales could the fossils tell? Unfortunately, the exact where of the Megalania's last stand remains a mystery. Fossil records are patchy, and while they give us tantalizing hints, they stop short of revealing the full story. But every bone unearthed and every sediment layer analyzed brings us one step closer to understanding the fate of this magnificent creature. Despite its disappearance, the Megalania has left a lasting legacy. It's become a creature of legend, inspiring stories, movies, and even video games. It's a testament to the fascination we have with the natural world and its mysteries. The Megalania may be gone, but it's far from forgotten. It's a reminder of how much we still have to learn about our world and the creatures that once roamed it. Fast forward to the present, and Australia is still a land of wonders and dangers, boasting some of the most unique and deadly wildlife on the planet. From venomous snakes and spiders to saltwater crocodiles, Australia's modern fauna is no joke. But the question remains, did Megalania manage to survive into the present day, lurking in the uncharted wilderness of Australia? Some tall tales suggest that there are still monstrous lizards like Megalania in the wild. Various stories might give you goosebumps, but there's no evidence to suggest they're true. Scientifically speaking, there's no evidence to suggest that Megalania has dodged extinction. The last of these mighty lizards likely perished around 50,000 years ago. However, the thought of a surviving Megalania stirs the imagination and fuels the fire of cryptozoology enthusiasts who dream of discovering a lost world in the Australian Outback. But would the Australian Megalania survive in today's world? Imagine strolling through the Australian Outback and encountering a lizard so colossal it makes the Komodo dragon look like a mere gecko. That would have been the reality if the Megalania, an ancient giant lizard, had decided not to go extinct and instead grace us with its formidable presence in today's world. First off, the Megalania's natural habitat in Australia has undergone dramatic changes. With urban sprawl, agriculture, and climate change, the vast, untouched landscapes that the Megalania once roamed are now fragmented. This giant lizard would need a significant amount of space to thrive, not just for roaming, but for maintaining a healthy diet. Unless we're envisioning a Megalania chilling in someone's backyard, habitat loss would be a major challenge. The Megalania was top of the food chain, preying on large mammals and possibly even its fellow reptiles. In today's Australia, the pickings are slimmer. With many of Australia's megafauna extinct, the Megalania might find itself on a forced diet, having to adapt to smaller prey or, God forbid, go vegan. The question is, could it adapt its diet fast enough to survive? Let's not overlook the elephant in the room. Humans. Humans and large predators don't exactly have a history of peaceful coexistence. Considering the Megalania's size and potential danger, it's likely that if they didn't retreat into the deepest wilderness, they'd face human opposition. Between habitat destruction, hunting, and the sheer panic of having a giant lizard next door, human activity would pose a significant threat to the Megalania's survival. Climate change is reshaping ecosystems at an alarming rate. For a cold-blooded giant like the Megalania, maintaining the right body temperature is crucial. With increasing temperatures and more extreme weather events, finding suitable habitat that remains stable enough for survival could be a challenge. The Megalania's ability to adapt to these rapid changes would be a critical factor in its survival. So, would the Australian Megalania survive in today's world? While it's a fascinating thought experiment, the reality is harsh. Between habitat destruction, changes in available prey, human conflict, and climate change, the odds are stacked against our prehistoric friend. Although it's tempting to imagine a world where such magnificent creatures still roam, the modern era, with its myriad challenges, would likely be inhospitable to the Megalania. In the end, perhaps some giants are meant to live on only in our imaginations and ancient fossil records, reminding us of the incredible diversity and adaptability of life on Earth. In the grand tapestry of nature, the Megalania's story is a poignant reminder of our planet's ever-changing face and the delicate balance that allows life to thrive. As we ponder the fate of such creatures, let's not forget our role in shaping the world they and we live in. Perhaps by protecting our natural habitats and the incredible biodiversity within them, we can ensure that no more giants are relegated to the annals of history. So next time you're wandering the great outdoors, spare a thought for the Megalania and the world it once ruled. It's a humbling reminder of nature's power, creativity, and the importance of preserving it for future generations to marvel at. Whether as a terrifying predator in prehistoric times or a symbol of the wild and untamed heart of Australia, Megalania continues to captivate and intrigue. Its story is a stark reminder of the ever-changing nature of life on Earth and the incredible journey of evolution that shapes our world. Megalania may be gone, but it's far from forgotten, living on as a legend in the annals of natural history. We absolutely love creating and investing deep dives into these incredible prehistoric Australian animals. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe, and you'll be the first to know when we're back.